Hello YouTube, Reseller Mom here. Welcome to today's video. Today I am going to show you how to pull your inventory for a year-end snapshot of what you have at the Amazon FBA facilities. This is important because your CPA is going to ask you for how much inventory do you have and then what is the value of that inventory. So let's get started. From Amazon Seller Central, you're going to click on Reports and then Fulfillment. You're going to get a page that looks like this, and what you're going to do is go over here to this sidebar where it says Inventory and hit Show More. Once you hit that Show More, you're going to have a whole lot of different pages you can look at. For the purposes of this report, we're going to click on Daily Inventory History. So go ahead and click on that Daily Inventory History, and we're going to get a page that looks like this. Now, this view online doesn't do us much good. This is very hard to pull from and really get a snapshot. What we want is a snapshot on January 1st of what our inventory looks like and how much we have. Now, once you're here to this page, so instead of view online, go ahead and click that download button. When you click this download button, you're going to have event dates, and it's going to allow you to select very specific dates. Now you can see here, I've pulled a lot of other reports a couple days ago on the 23rd, so I can see those. I pulled the first for, let's see here, for July, August, September, etc. And when you click that, exact dates, for the purposes of this video, we're going to say December 1st to December 1st. You're going to see an in progress once you hit the request download button. So in progress, it doesn't take too long to pull reports. It depends on the size of your inventory, etc. But I'd say, no more than 5 minutes, and you should see a download button there. Once you get that download button, go ahead and click on it, and you're going to have pretty much a notepad with all the information in it. So what I do is I hit the Control A to select all of it, copy and paste it into a spreadsheet. Now I prefer Excel, but you could use a Google spreadsheet as well, or whatever spreadsheet you want to use, but you definitely want to copy and paste that information into a spreadsheet. Now I keep this information because it's important for business for several reasons. We'll get into that in a minute. So go ahead and copy that into some sort of Excel or some sort of spreadsheet here. Now, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to get several bits of information, including the day that you pull it, SKU, product name, quantity, and the fulfillment center that your items are at. For this report, we want to know quantity information. So if you go ahead and highlight that column, with Excel at the bottom, kind of towards the right, you're going to get a bar that looks like this that will tell you the average, the count, and the sum. This means that I averagely have sent in 1.5 items. My count is 1,813 items, and the total number of items I have for sale on December 1st is 2,837. So I'm going to pull this for January 1st as well when January 1st comes up, and that total sum is how many items I have in the fulfillment center at the end of the year. And that is what my CPA is going to want to know. Then he's also going to want to know what is the value of each of those items, and you're going to have to talk with your CPA on what number to use there. You can average out how much you pay for each item, and there's a few ways to do that. So definitely talk with your CPA. But to pull how many items you have at the warehouse, this is how you do it. This has been the easiest way that I have found to do it. I'm sure there's other ways out there to do it, but this is the route that I take. So with this information, there's one more step that I do. I go ahead and I take this total sum and I track it on the first of the month, every month, throughout the history of my business. And let's take a look at that. A few of you have seen this report before, and in the bottom here it has a lot of different things that I use for myself to look at my goals and to really analyze my business. I have all my sales numbers, my income, my eBay sales, total sales. I have my tracking for Inventory Lab on so that I can hit my goals monetarily. So anyhow, one of the tabs I have on here is the total number of sales. So I take that 2837, I pop it in here, and I just graph it over time. And I don't get too hung up on this. But I do know that if I have a certain sell-through rate, then I do have a certain amount that I want to hit for inventory. It helps me do forecasting and projecting. You know, if you know that you have a 10% sell-through rate and you have 3,000 items in inventory and your average selling price is X, you can do some simple math and kind of do forecasting with it. So I will pull these numbers for forecasting. It also allows me to see, you know, how much is comfortable for sending in as a single person, and if I were to bring on an employee or go wholesale, and how much could I bump that up to and what that would equate to monetarily. So this is just numbers, and I think it's important to track your own numbers, compare yourself with yourself. Always remember that. Don't compare yourself with anybody else. These numbers tell an incredible history of my business from April 2015 to present day. I have gone through a lot of different changes, including a house flood and kids and life, and so, you know, I know these numbers and I know what they mean and what they mean to me. And when I look at other people, you got to know that those are their numbers and that's their journey, and there's a lot of things that you just can't equate out to with that, even if they are somebody that shares a lot of stuff on here. There's a lot of things that aren't shared as well. So from April of 2015, I started with 0 in inventory. Within you know, within that year, I had built up to 2,500 items. The next year, I'd built up to about 3,300 items. This year I almost hit 4,000. I pushed really hard in August, September to beef up my numbers for Q4, and Q4 I have sold quite a bit of items out of there, even though I was sending in about the same amount. So it's neat to look at this graph, see my progress over time. I've definitely can see the improvement in myself, and that makes me smile. That's all that matters. If you are improving in yourself, then it gives you motivation to move forward and continue on and get better. So next year, this should be even better. And that's what I'm expecting from myself, and I think I can hit it as I've gotten better every year. So it's totally obtainable for myself. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed me sharing how to pull this numbers with you. I remember when I first had to pull my inventory for the CPA, I went, what? How do I do that? Oh no, I don't know how to do that. And I watched somebody else, and it was extremely helpful. And I just want to share and be helpful to the rest of the community. Anybody that may be wanting to start this business or is doing this business and just wants some help out. So if you like these videos, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. If you have any comments, questions, or whatnot, go ahead and put those down below too. I know somebody had asked, you know, how much inventory do I have, and I don't have any problems sharing that, and I went ahead and pulled the numbers and posted it for that comment. But this is it. These are the numbers that I have, and I definitely want to beef those up. I will get over the $4,000 or 4,000 inventory mark for sure. Anyhow, have a great day, people. Take care.